So IronFish is just about to change their mining algorithm to make sure that only GPU miners can mine their coin. And in this video, I want to go over why that is a big deal for us GPU miners, how you might be able to make some big profits quickly because of this, and also the reasons why this algo change is a massive positive for the IronFish project itself. As well as this, I'm also of course going to go over how to mine IronFish now that they have changed their mining algorithm, including what hardware you need, how to set up a wallet, how to mine it in both Windows and HiveOS, how to connect to the pool and track your mining earnings, and finally we'll also have a look at where you can exchange and sell your mined coins. So a big thank you to the Hero Miners IronFish mining pool for making this video guide possible by sponsoring the video, and now let's get right into it. Now, if you want to learn more about the IronFish coin project, what it's all about and how it all works, I actually have a full video on that, which I'll link at the end of this video. But I'm actually going to start this video off by discussing why IronFish's decision to switch their mining algorithm to a GPU-based algo should greatly benefit the project itself. Because I think not only will me talking about this help us at-home miners understand just how valuable we are, but also, if we're lucky, the people behind other coin projects might watch this video and it should help them understand why GPU mining specifically is so important and why it can bring such an advantage to coin projects over other kinds of proof-of-work protocols. Now, there obviously is a need for CPU and ASIC mining projects as well, but I believe for projects like IronFish that require a big, active and involved user base, GPU mining is the best way to go by far, and here's why. First of all, it really strengthens the actual network security and protects against stuff like 51% attacks. This is because, as opposed to for stuff like FPGA and ASIC mining, the barrier to entry when it comes to GPU mining is extremely low. Basically, anyone with a decent enough computer can participate in strengthening the network, meaning the network should be very big and very decentralized as a result. And sure, there are massive GPU mining farms out there, but they don't really have any unfair advantages over at-home GPU miners, making it a level playing field. And avoiding all hash rate being centralized in just one or a couple of mining farms should be a huge priority for all coin projects, and choosing a GPU-based algorithm really helps with that. There's most likely also a lot of GPU mining hash rate that is still turned off and available. A lot of people with GPUs that turned off after the Ethereum merge, but that are ready to jump on board and start strengthening the network as and when it's needed, based on the profitability of doing so. But the advantages of GPU mining aren't only to strengthen the network, but also the actual community that GPU mining brings. Because in general, GPU miners are mostly just regular people, some with a couple of mining rigs and some with just a single GPU in a gaming PC. This is as opposed to ASIC and FPGA mining, which to a massive extent is done industrially by huge corporations. And these huge corporations are only going to mine whatever they need to mine for profit, but regular people, GPU miners, will actually get involved in the coin project. And any serious coin project really should value having a large, active and involved community. And that is exactly what you get with GPU miners. They are going to be active on social media, organically talking about your project, spreading information, discussing it, helping each other, and so on. That is because they are actively invested in the project just by nature of mining it. And because of that, they're going to be, I guess, organically promoting it, as of course they want the project they are mining to do well. But not only that, an active, large and diverse user base is also going to naturally find bugs and issues in the project, which they of course will bring to your attention, helping create a better ecosystem in general. On top of this, having a big community means you are also harvesting the vast knowledge that comes with. You'll get more ideas, more suggestions on how the project could improve to get even better, what needs fixing and changing, and so on. All of this, of course, also comes down to you've obviously made a coin project because you want people to use and participate in it, and that is exactly what you get when choosing a GPU mining focused algorithm. Now, this algo switch isn't just going to benefit IronFish, but it is also going to benefit us at-home GPU miners as well, in quite a few ways actually. To start, the fact that this project from now on will be GPU mining only means it brings with it more money that will be pumped into the GPU mining ecosystem. And if my math is right, with IronFish as of today, that is roughly an additional $1.5 million that are going to be directly allocated to GPU miners each month. And that is fantastic news for us, since the more projects that are GPU mineable and the more those projects pay out to miners obviously means more money for us and GPU mining profitability going up. So if you've been complaining about GPU mining profits being low recently, this IronFish algo change should be something you are extremely excited about. And in my opinion, you should voice that excitement if you want other coin projects to do the same thing. You know, instead of complaining about stuff being bad, we really should praise stuff being good. Next, this algo change also might present a unique opportunity for us GPU miners. That is because if the prediction that a vast majority of IronFish's current hash rate is from FPGA farms, that means that when those farms get kicked off the network as the algo changes, all of a sudden the network hash rate might dip dramatically. So if you are mining IronFish with your GPUs at that exact moment, which probably is right at this very moment now when you are watching this video, the payouts even to small GPU miners might be insanely high just because, well, there aren't very many people mining the coin yet as of that moment. So you might want to quickly jump on and mine that coin for a while just to take advantage of this. Now, obviously, I'm making this video beforehand, so I can't exactly see into the future to know that that is exactly what is going to happen, but it would make a lot of sense, don't you think? And with that, next I'm going to show you how to set up IronFish mining so that your rig actually automatically switches to the new algorithm when the algo change happens, meaning you shouldn't miss a second of mining rewards. So let's get right into that. So what do you actually need to mine IronFish? Well, as mentioned, the new IronFish algorithm is going to be a GPU mining focused algorithm. So you need either a computer with a decent GPU or a dedicated GPU mining rig. On top of that, you also need an IronFish wallet, a mining pool, and a mining software. Starting with the computer, you can basically use any computer with a decent GPU, or if you're wanting to get properly started in GPU mining by building your first rig, I have a short video playlist going over all of the best GPUs for mining, both in terms of value for money and power efficiency. I'll link that down in the video description. Down there you'll also find some of my recommended GPUs and mining rigs parts listed if you don't care to watch those videos and just want to get started right away. Now, to get optimal mining performance, you'll need to overclock and undervolt your GPUs. And to do that, you can either just copy some overclock settings from websites like hashrate.no, which will give you decent results. Definitely better than running your GPUs on stock settings, which I definitely do not recommend. But the best option is always to tweak your overclock settings yourself. And luckily, I have a full video guide on how to do that for both Nvidia and AMD GPUs, so I'll link those down in the video description as well. Next is the IronFish wallet, which you can think of that as your IronFish bank account. And if you just want to mine IronFish in order to immediately sell or exchange it, you can just mine it directly to an exchange wallet. Now, mining directly to an exchange is usually not recommended, but as long as you make sure you only get a payout once a day or so from the mining pool, you're usually fine. More on what a pool is and how to change the payout threshold a bit later in the video, as well as what exchanges you can use to swap or sell your mined IronFish coins. But if you don't want to mine directly to an exchange wallet, for example if you're wanting to hold your IronFish longer term and or actively want to participate in the coin project, then the best option right now is definitely going to be their official Node app wallet. To get that, we just need to come to their official website, hover over Use and click on Node app. All you have to do then is download, install and set up the Node app. Now, downloading and installing any software always comes with a certain level of risk, and I actually have a video on how to safely install crypto wallets without putting your other devices, wallets, information or network at risk. I'll link that video at the end of this video. But moving on. As you download and install this Node app wallet, you are probably going to have to make an exclusion in Windows Defender and any eventual antivirus software you might have for the folder that you are downloading this into, as well as jump through any eventual security hoops that your web browser throws at you. But once that's done and downloaded, you set up the wallet by double-clicking the installation executable, select Create Account to make a new wallet or Import to import an old one. If you make a new one, just save the mnemonic phrase somewhere safe, enter it again, select how to sync the blockchain, and when that's all done, your wallet is finally set up. You can now click on Receive, and here you can see your IronFish wallet address. For now, just copy this address and save it somewhere, as we'll need it again in just a little bit. But that is it for the wallet setup. Finally, if you want to send your mined IronFish to a different address or an exchange in order to swap or sell your mined coins, click on Send, fill in the amount you want to send and the address you want to send it to. If you're sending it to an exchange, you should be able to find your receiving address on the exchange's website after you log in there. And to see what exchanges you can currently trade or sell IronFish on, just look the coin up on CoinGecko and scroll down to the Markets section to see the main trading pairs, or click on See All Trading Pairs to see them all. Of course, I can't vouch for any of these exchanges, and you'll have to do your own research on if you're comfortable using them or not. Next, we need a mining pool. And for those of you who might be new, a mining pool is basically just a place where you get together with a bunch of other miners for the coins, and you split the mining rewards equally based on the hash rate each person has. The reason for doing this is to take the luck factor out of the equation when mining, so that everyone gets paid fairly. Of course, we're gonna go with hero miners for our pool. Not only because they are a long-term trusted mining pool with support for loads of different coins, but also because they made this guide possible by sponsoring the video. You can find their IronFish mining pool at ironfish.herominers.com. Finally, we need a mining software, and we're gonna go with 𝗤gilminer, as that is the software that allows for the automatic switching to the new algorithm. Now, just a heads up that 𝗤gilminer as of now only supports NVIDIA GPUs, so if you have AMD GPUs, you're gonna have to use lolminer instead, which is a great mining software no doubt, but it doesn't offer the automatic algo switching. But that said, let's see how to download and set up 𝗤gilminer in Windows, after which we'll move on to HiveOS. To download 𝗤gilminer in Windows, you just need to come to their official GitHub pages, click on Releases, and download the latest version of the miner by right-clicking the Windows zip file and choosing Save File As. Now, just like when installing the wallet, we're probably gonna have to make an exclusion for the folder we are downloading this to inside of Windows Defender and any eventual antivirus software you might have, as well as potentially having to temporarily disable any safety features your web browser might have that would block the download otherwise. And the reason we have to do this is because mining software is often falsely flagged as malware, since a lot of malware also features mining software in it. Making these exclusions are always, of course, done at your own risk, so just keep that in mind. After the zip file is downloaded, just unzip it and then right-click on basically any of the bat files and hit Edit. To fill this out, the easiest way is just to open up ironfish.herominers.com and click on Start in the menu at the top. All we have to do then is to scroll down and click on the 𝗤gilminer tab. We can then just copy what's in this box here and paste that into our bat file. Now there are just a couple more things we need to do to get this set up. First, we just need to paste in our wallet address that we copied in from the wallet a bit earlier and fill in a name for our mining rig. I'll just go with 𝗬𝗏𝗏1 here. Then, to have it automatically switch over to the new algorithm, we need to add --enable--fork towards the end here. Now, finally, we need to address the overclock settings for our GPUs. And not only does 𝗤gilminer offer the ability to input our overclock settings directly here in the bat file, but it also lets you input two different sets of OC settings. One for the old IronFish algo and a secondary set of settings that it will switch to when the algo change happens. This is because the old and new algorithms are very different, and for optimal performance you probably want to enter different OC settings. And basically, you can see how to enter your OC settings on the screen here. First, one set of settings here for the current algorithm, and then the new settings with this fork prefix, which will be applied after the algo switch happens. Finally, you just need to hit Save As and save this new bat file in the same folder as the others. Make sure you select all files in the file type dropdown, name it something you'll remember like ironfishnewalgo.bat and hit save. Then just right click on it and select Run as admin, and you should now be up and mining IronFish with automatic algo change as the switch happens. And if you're bumping into any issues at this point, you might just need to restart your computer. But that's really it for Windows. As you can see, we are now up and mining. So next, let's have a look at the HiveOS setup. And setting up IronFish mining with automatic algo change is even easier in HiveOS. All you have to do is set up a new flight sheet. So just go to your flight sheets and create a new flight sheet. Select IronFish as the coin, hit Add Wallet and fill in your wallet address that you copied from the wallet earlier, name the wallet something and hit Create. Then in the pool section, select Hero Miners as the pool and pick the server that is closest to you to get the fastest possible connection. Then in the miner field, pick 𝗤𝗏𝗏 for automatic algo change. Again, unfortunately, this only works with NVIDIA GPUs, so if you have AMD, this is where you have to pick lolminer instead. Then click on Setup Miner Config, and down here in the Extra Config Arguments box, we first need to enter --enable-fork to get the auto algo switch to work. We can then enter two sets of overclock settings, one for the old algorithm before the change and one for the new algorithm after the change. You can see how to enter those settings on the screen here, with the settings that have the fork prefix being the ones that will be applied after the algo change happens. After that, just click Apply Changes, name your flight sheet something cool, and that's it. You can now apply this flight sheet to any GPU mining rig to start mining IronFish to your wallet, with automatic algo switching as the change happens. Finally, to track your mining earnings, just go back to ironfish.herominers.com and make sure you are on the Home tab in the top menu. Then scroll down and paste your wallet address in the field labeled Your Stats and Payment History and hit Look Up. You'll then be presented with all your mining statistics, and you should be able to see all of your mining rigs, your earnings and payouts. You can then also click on the settings button in the top menu, and here you can change your minimum payout threshold if you want, which is a good way to make sure your payments are less frequent. You might want to do so if you are mining directly to an exchange wallet, for example. Next, I recommend you watch this video to learn more about the IronFish coin project and what makes it special, or this video on how to set up crypto wallets in an easy yet safe way. So, I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.